All right, we are live. So welcome everybody to tonight's call. I hope everybody is doing well. We are going to do our best to make it through the call this evening as we continue to talk about goal setting and dream setting and how we can further continue to improve as a team and close out the month in a strong fashion. So Tashina, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. I'm going to let you start off the discussion, and I welcome and encourage as many as possible to share, and we'll go from there.
Alrighty. So if you guys have been around for 2 years or more, you've probably seen that Young Living does do some contests, usually once a year, in order to help and motivate, and there's usually a trip that's involved with it. This one is a really big one. If you guys were on the Monday morning wake-up call, you know that this one is a little bit different than the ones that they've done in the past because it's a very, very team-driven and team-oriented. And it's kind of funny because she actually said that they've never done a contest where you could get something other than the top prize, but that's actually not true. The one that they did 3 years ago, I remember that Kelly and Kim actually won the trip. They were shocked that they won the trip. Actually, it was a surprise to them. It was a cruise. And I know that me and Leah, we got like some consolation small prizes. There was like this little spa thing that came with like you can make some bath salts and stuff. And I don't know how many of the little lower level tier prizes there were, but they did do it that way 3 years ago. So it was kind of funny when she said that because I was like, that's not true. But so I'm going to show the little spreadsheet. If you guys haven't got this yet, if you need a copy of it, I can send it to you. But the company is really encouraging us to fill this out, use it with our team, and email it to them. I actually haven't emailed one to them, but like every time I talk to corporate, they're like, so make sure your team fills it out and make sure you send it to me so I can put it on my wall. Like Leon has asked me for it before and a couple other people at corporate have asked me for it. So that's what they're encouraging us to do. Like literally for true, like they are putting them on the wall like you see on the Monday morning wake up calls. So I will share my screen. All right, so this is Dream 1000, and this is how we get our points, right? So anytime you enroll someone with a premium starter kit, or you reactivate someone with at least 100 PV, you get 1 point. Anytime your personal enrollee places a 1,000 plus PV essential rewards order during this qualification period, you get 3 points. Somebody got a question? And then if your personal enrollee achieves a new paid rank during Dream 1000, you get 5 points. So this was something that was mentioned on the call. Maybe right now, some of our personal enrollees, I know a lot of mine actually, are not on ER and are not at necessarily a rank. So one of the things we were encouraged to do was to just run the report. You can run that report in a virtual office. I'm sure you can do it at Noily Tools. I usually use a virtual office. You can run a report of all your personal enrollees. And at the very least, your goal within the next week or a couple weeks should be to reach out to every single one of them via text. If they're local, have lunch or dinner with them. Just reach out and see how they're doing. I know we had a really, really successful power hour on Friday, and some of my personal enrollees, I had great text message with them. It's always really interesting when you do your care calls, like you find out people have been sick or they've been in the hospital or something has happened, and it's just really nice to be able to chat with them and encourage them. So if you haven't done that, because that's what we were told to do on the Monday morning wake up call, be sure to run that report, and every day just shoot a text message or try to get in touch with some of your personal enrollees. And again, the ones that are local, just have dinner with them, chat, let them see your lemon oil in your water, and you know, oils are gonna come up. Just build your relationship and chat with them and see where it goes from there. So then as we're getting these points, then so this is the spreadsheet. You know, you can put an X where you want to be, right? So I think I was doing this wrong somehow. So you can say, hey, this is what I want to be. I don't know, it's not showing up there. But you put an X where you want to be, set your own personal point goal. I think the person that's on the top of the board right now is like at 1,022 or something. I think I still have that up. I can toggle over to that in a second, but and then you can track your own points below, right? So far I only have 1 point for this month, but the month is not over. I got a lot of follow-up to do. I got a Spanish class that I got going on. I sent a bunch of emails out this morning, and we have 4 months in total. So getting 20 points gets you the first set of oils. It doesn't remind me what there are here. 30 points gets you an additional oil. I think that was when you get the rose. 40 points gets you all the oils. And then the top people get some additional prizes, such as a year's worth of Ninja Red. And then the top prize is to go to the farm in Hawaii. So decide what your goal is. And when you really look at this, I mean, you probably have a lot of people on your team that could at least hit star, right? There's probably a lot of people on your team that could at least hit star. So 20 points really is not that difficult, especially in 4 months. But we want to do it in faster than 4 months. But I mean, you just have to help do our normal of trying to do our help 5, right? Which is sign up a couple people on ER and maybe one more sign up, and then help one person rank up. That's like 10 points per month. So they roll this out a little bit in the beginning of the month. So maybe it's a little bit of slow start for some people. It's a slow start for me, so no biggie. But next month, when we're doing all this follow up, we start it right now. Having a goal of like 10 for next month or 20 for next month is really, if we're doing our follow-up and we're rebuilding our connections with the individuals on our team, is really not a difficult goal to hit. So I want to go to Hawaii. Definitely want to go to Hawaii. So I have a lot of work to do. Because like I said, I think, let me see if I still have it up here. Yeah, so this Brooke Angie Kristen, she's killing it with 1,022 points. Killing it. But then the next person is 214 points, right? And there's like, I don't know, 250 people going to Hawaii. So if I just scroll back a lot, to get into the top, it really doesn't take that many points to get into the top, right? When we're out of the qualification portion, we're already down to 15 points. So this is something that everybody can do, at least try to get all of the oils within 4 months. So has anybody seen this spreadsheet already, filled it out, and or want to share what their goals are currently?
I haven't filled it out yet, but I would love to get all those oils in that case. It looks awesome, but I need to start sharing more. So that's, yeah, so I need to find that sheet, fill it out. Okay, I'm going to mute myself again.
Tashina, can you hear me? I'm just wondering, can you go over where to find that sheet? I might be behind on things a little bit here, but I'm trying to get caught up. So
I can send it in the group. I'm not sure if I was poking around on the Young Living website and I was having trouble trying to find it, but it was uploaded to a lot of silver sites. It was uploaded to like my mastermind site and the silver and above site. So I just got it from there. So, and then it's been offered to email to me. So since I have it, I can just share it.
thank you. That's great. I think that the oils are a great incentive. The trip to Hawaii is wonderful. I think I just got to put my head down and go. And yeah, it'd be great to rank up. It'd be great to help people and to get the business really going. So I know the past few months have been a little bit difficult for me, but yeah, I should get back on track and get things going here.
I just really want to quickly chime in because I was going back through some of the qualifications and some of the prizes that they give. And if you notice that the point system is extremely weighted towards helping other individuals rank up. Regardless, oh, there we go. So regardless of what your personal goal is, I was looking at what the qualification, as soon as Tashina mentioned that there was a year's supply of Ninja on the line, I'm like, oh, okay. Let me see, how do I get that Ninja, that year full of Ninja? And it's like ranks 251 through like 700 something. So there's like 500 people who can get a year's worth of Ningxia. And I mean, from looking at that list, that was what, roughly 300 were on the top leaderboards. It was like down to like 301 or something like that. So that had 14 points. So if you look at it, I mean, really, new blood is always the lifeblood, which is great to have new people, but do you have anybody that you can work with currently within your organization to help them at least hit star? Because if you help 3 people hit star, well, now you're in the running with these 300 people. And as of right now, you will qualify for a year's worth of Ningxia. So the goal is, and the key is just, especially for myself, is I'm dedicated to helping my team members rank up. And so Dana and I are going to be instituting some things that are designed to help people overall, like not just with their physical health, but like even branching into their financial health. Because I feel like sometimes people don't get the full picture of what Young Living is offering for them and why they need to continue to share. And so we have to remember to paint that full picture for them. Yes, Young Living is health and wellness, but there's also the abundance portion, and abundance means a different thing for different people. So it could mean abundance amount of money, or abundant amount of friends, or camaraderie. So like I mentioned, my goal is to help people rank up and to create stars. I have 2 people that just got started this month. One of them stays in Nigeria, which right now is not up for building, but as soon as they're able to build, and hopefully we can get some talks going with Young Living to have that happen soon. But I'm really looking forward to it. Hands down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the key. And that's, again, what was stressed in the Monday morning wake up. Like, print off your list of personal signups. Print off your list of personal signups. That's part of the key. Who can you help hit star? Your goal is to break as many stars as possible over the next 4 months. So who is on ER? That's where you start, and book a party with them. Get them to the online parties that we have that are open to everyone. Get them to, if you happen to live in Michigan, get them to the parties that we have here in Michigan. I mean, we have so much stuff coming up in May that it's crazy. And then of your personal signups, once you connect with all those people, once you have lunch with them, once you chat with them, once you see if they're willing to have a party or not, then you move on to your personal signups that are not yet on ER. So how do we get them to classes? How do we get them engaged on our Healthy Habits Hub Facebook group? How do we get them educated so that they're motivated to get onto ER, while still obviously making sure that you're also working your hundreds names list? We do both at the same time, right? We don't neglect that, but definitely the focus and the more bang for your buck is to get people engaged and help other people to rank up.
I do want to add to that, because as I'm looking at more information, so this runs through July 31st, which conveniently ends after convention. So you don't all have to answer at once, but I'm sure most people would agree. How many people want to rank up before convention? Yeah, I see Melissa's hand went up immediately. So this is a great incentive. Like, I know for Dana and I, like, part of the reasons that we wanted to rank up is like the lanyard that they gave us the first year was extremely girly. And I'm like, when we come back next year, we got to get those red lanyards for that they give to executives, because I don't want this purple one that says star. So regardless of where you are, set that goal to rank up. Right now, I'm sitting at senior star. I'm trying to make it to executive by a convention for my downline specifically. And that only happens when you have two things within your organization. It's only going to happen when you're recruiting and signing up new people, and when you're duplicating your efforts. So just remember that it's very, I don't want to say it's rare, but usually most people are signing up 1 to 2 signups a month, somewhere around there. When you have those signups, make them count. So make sure that when they're signing up that their first order is on ER, so that they can get those free points that they may or may not turn around and use immediately, but we want to sign people up on ER. And then secondly, we want to duplicate our efforts. So we want to make it look very, very simple. So just ask them who are 3 people that you can think of that might need something like this, and get them going right off the bat. The people that have been around for a while, maybe they haven't placed an order in a while, like Tashina mentioned, just reach out to them and befriend them. You'll find that usually if you just say hello, reach out through text message or a call, usually they'll be like, I've been meaning to order some oils, but I've gotten busy. They bring up oils. That's the funny thing. They may think that you're calling to be like, hey, you didn't place an order. Like, I need you to come place, but usually they'll bring it up, because I'm sure they're probably out of things that they were using that probably was working for them at one point, and they stopped using them for some reason. So just think about that. I mean, with momentum going into convention and then having like roughly a week or two after convention, like, it's a great time to build momentum now. And as of right now, going into the warmer months, usually that's a little bit of our slow season in this industry, because people think that they're healthy for some reason, May through August or September. But we have to still remind and educate people that they still need to take care of their bodies throughout the summer months as well. It's not just about trying to stay above the wellness line just during the fall and winter months. So continuing to educate people is going to be key to helping people rank up and help keep them enthusiastic about Young Living and their products.
Yeah, just to add to that, like, one of the things that I always try to do is send postcards to the majority of my team. And honestly, there are so many people that they just got a postcard from me about something and they placed an order, because it's true. Like, they already in their mind connect, you're the oil person, right? That's how we're connected, as the oil person. So you just call to say hi, invite them to dinner, and they're going to be the one to mention oils. You don't even have to worry about it. So Carrie or Rihanna or Roxana, you guys want to share what your goals are for the next few months?
Hi all. My goal is to survive May, get loads of signups, get a rank up, and go from there, because I'm packing and heading on my road trip tomorrow, and I'm being non-stop into the first week of June. So anyone want to come visit me? I'm in Des Moines, Iowa, doing part. I got another party. I just set one up about 20 minutes ago for Tuesday at the pizza parlor where I used to live. Actual Italian chef. So I got to tell them the new farm in Italy just opened up, the latest one. But, you know, whatever reels them in, huh? But yeah, I have a whole bunch of things planned. It's way out of my routine. I figured what I was doing wasn't getting me very far, and I want them oils. I could see Hawaii whenever. It'll be around forever, right? I Gotta get
So-
the dream oil.
So how many follow-ups do you have booked on your trip up, and how many classes do you have booked so far?
Actually, I booked 2 classes today, so I don't know how many total I've got already. 4, 5 for May? Yeah. Which is, like a lot for me when I'm supposed to usually do 1 a month, if even. I haven't even been keeping up with that. So that's just group classes. Then I've got some one-on-ones scheduled too. So yeah, I've been getting a decent response of people writing and interested. Oh yeah, I'll get some people together. And so, but I do have a few scheduled already, at least 5, 6 probably. Who counts those things? Not me. I guess I should. Not
Oh,
a numbers guy.
but that's good. But that's, I mean, and like that's what was mentioned on the Monday morning wake up, right? So we got to have those classes in there. So it sounds like you're definitely setting yourself up to get the 40 points that you need, because that momentum will take you into it. And we discussed the importance of making sure we use the wellness consult, so the individuals know that they need to be on ER, and they have their 3-month plan. They'll have that written down when you leave, and they can continue to work that. And then getting them engaged more on Facebook, making sure they're coming to the Facebook classes, will help get that momentum and keep it going.
Mhm. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have 4 classes scheduled this week, and I have 6 scheduled so far when I get to the States. Yeah, this week is just still in Ecuador, and I got 6 scheduled already in the States. So, hey, gotta do something with 10, right? Just bring it real into numbers.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's what Eric Warrior always says. We really have to try to get out of our comfort zone and do more than we have in the past. Like it's the 90-day hustles. And that's one of the reasons why Young Living has these contests, right? It's those 90-day hustles that gets that momentum going and gets new blood in there.
Exactly.
So
that's what I was going to say. You got to break the inertia first.
Yeah.
Start a new direction, start a new routine, start a new whatever. And that's your biggest amount of energy expended. And then to maintain momentum shouldn't theoretically be as much energy, but that happens to be a major lack of mine for the last several years with chronic fatigue, lack of energy. So we'll see if I survive May.
Well, we'll be here to cheer you on and the help. And, we work our side too by having our online classes to support everyone on the team, and sending out postcards just to say hi to everyone on my team. So we'll be here to support you and cheer you on.
Thanks. And these Zoom calls and power hours are great. And I just got off an hour with Lula. It's just a basic class, but it's like, oh, that's how you say that in Spanish, so that was super helpful.
Right.
But yeah, all these things really add to it. So thanks, guys.
Okay, so Roxana shared that she's got 3 classes for May. So sounds like she's getting done what she needs to get done as well. Hi, Sabrina. Thanks for joining us.
Rihanna, I see that you're unmuted. Did you want to share?
You didn't show up to the funeral, which is fine. That's your ex. That's fine. You didn't show up, but just check to make sure that he was okay. Your daughter was on life support, and your girlfriend, because
Okay. All right. If not, that's fine too. Really quickly, I do want to address something though too, because one thing that I noticed that a lot of people mention is they will say, well, I need to do this, or I'm struggling with this. So part of goal planning and setting, goals, especially when it comes to something like Dream 1000, is recognizing what barriers you might have along the way and recognizing those in advance so that you can be solution oriented and know that, okay, if this situation occurs, how am I going to handle it? So I just want to throw this question out to you guys really quickly. Like, what are maybe some barriers that you may be having that might keep you from reaching those goals?
I think that I was able to do the Zoom call last week. So I went back and I looked at it a bit. I'm not that too bad doing the live, so I think I can do it. I just need to have some confidence and really just do it so that I can do lives. I can put myself out there on social media and share Young Living. So I think I can do it. It's just a matter of, you know, really getting that confidence. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. I think, like Carrie was saying, you know, really making a schedule of the classes, and really, like Tanisha was saying too, or Tashina, is just basically looking at that board and seeing where you want to be and what is your end game. What do you want to achieve by the end of, you know, by the end of the month, by the end of the 4 months kind of thing. So I think I really just need to sit down and write my goals out and figure out a plan to get there.
Okay. Really quickly, just to chime in on that, Melissa, it's excellent that you recognize that for yourself. And one of the things that I'll say, that when it comes to building confidence, especially in this business, confidence is built through seeing results. So I encourage anybody who may be struggling with that says, well, hey, I need to learn to be more confident in this business. Look at the results that you've had. Because even when you first come into Young Living or network marketing for the very first time, if you do what your upline tells you, usually you have results, whether it's 1 or 2 signups. Let's say you've only signed up 1 person your entire time of being with Young Living so far. You still were able to get results when you applied what you learned. So sometimes we have to remember some of the victories, the small victories that we've had, and not necessarily be so hard on ourselves when we set these expectations and say, well, I wanted to be Royal Crown Diamond this year, even though we've only been in for maybe 8 months. So look at those successes that you've had, because really that's something to be confident about. A lot of individuals, especially if you're signing up, if you signed up 1, 2, 5, 10 people, or however long you've been in Young Living, you've done what probably 80% of people in the world won't do. And that's something to be confident about. So even, what do they call it, Tashina? Ignorance on fire. So even a person who doesn't fully understand and know everything about public speaking, everything about this business, everything about network marketing, you can still be highly productive if you just follow the system. So that's what I would encourage you to do, Melissa. Look back on those past successes, because I have gotten the privilege to meet you at convention last year and to watch you grow along the way. And so shout outs to you, kudos to you, because you have grown quite a bit in the year that, or less than a year, that Dana and I have known you. So congratulations on that. You're welcome. Anything else anyone else would like to share?
Yeah. I just want to add to, I mean, action conquers fear, right? Like we've been hearing over and over again that everyone is afraid. Everyone is like, you have to do it in spite of the fear. That's how you get through it. So you got to look at your personality and what's going to work for you. Like for me, if I schedule it, it gets done. Like if I schedule it, it gets done. There's so many things that I don't do right yet. I still don't do enough follow-up. I still don't do enough care calls. But if I schedule it, it gets done. So I literally, Like the power hour helps me as much as it helps the rest of my team. I literally will put in my calendar a block of time, send postcards to Florida people, send postcards to Atlanta people, because there's On the Grow coming up in that area, and so I need to send postcards to those people. If I schedule it, it gets done. I do vendor events and I work with chambers because I'm unfortunately, I'm not like certain blue people that can just go to a grocery store and just hand out stuff to people. Like if I just can't do it. So instead, I do a vendor event where I know there will be a lot of people, and then I can hand out samples and I can get phone numbers, or I'll go to a chamber breakfast or a chamber after hours, and then I can talk to people. So it's on my schedule, and that's how I can do it. That's what works for me. So figure out what your personality is.
No, on a more permanent basis.
And hey, Karen.
Hey, how's it going?
Wonderful. So Melissa, I can send you a video afterwards, or I can put it in a group chat where I described what a power hour was, but it was something that corporate recommended to me like several times that I had to do. And it's something that I saw even before they recommended that many of the diamonds were doing, and individuals on my silver call. So what it is, it's a time where you get together with teammates and you do IPAs together. So I know a lot of silvers, they do it with other crossline people, and they actually physically get together in like a coffee shop, or you can do it on Zoom. So because Carrie's involved in it, and there's individuals that, you know, we can't necessarily get. I do it really technically on my lunch hour on a Friday. I work from home that day, but it's technically still on my lunch hour. We choose to do it on a Zoom, and we get together and we state, this is my goal for today. I was at this vendor event and I have to contact these people for follow-up. I printed off my personal enroll list, and so I'm going to contact these people. And then we work for 15 minutes, and then we come back for 5 minutes and we say what we did, what we accomplished. And then if we have any questions, hey, so-and-so said this to me, do you have a solution for that? We help work through those solutions. Then we go back 15 minutes, and then we come back for 5, and then we go back for 15 minutes, and we actually do our IPAs together. So currently I do that once a month on like close to the last Friday of the month, usually what will be the last Friday, and it's open for an hour and a half. And Julie's actually joined it before so that she could see how to do it. So anyone's welcome to join. It's just a private Facebook group that I have out there. Anybody on the team can join if they're able to. Like at my job, I can go into a conference room and like lock the door, and I can do stuff on lunch. Not everybody can do that. But again, I'll send the video to everyone, and it explains the concept. And if you want, I can even add you too, because there's directions in it. So I know Carrie says she's been doing it on her own with one other person at a time that's more convenient for that person. So it doesn't have to be a large group of people. Sometimes there's only 3 of us. It's been 5 of us. But I have a video that explains exactly what the complete concept, like a 15-minute video. And I can add you to the next one just so you can see the directions on the inside of it. And then you can, you know, grab your mom or whomever. And again, if you guys are able to like lock yourself in a room or go in your car for lunch, you're welcome to join the first one and then go duplicate that later yourselves as well.
Yeah, it's been super helpful. And yeah, I'm in a different country. I have the power hour with Tashina, the once a month. I've been trying to do one with my sister once a week because we're, you know, planning this upcoming stuff. You know, we can sit there and talk about dream oils and dream for 2, 3, 4 hour phone conversations and get no actual work done. But then when we say, okay, this one's the power hour, we're going to call people, we're actually writing a letter, we're actually, okay, how would you word this? I mean, we're actually doing it and we're making our list, adding to our hundreds and hundreds of lists. But it's that accountability. It really helps and it just keeps you motivated and focused. And it's amazing how much you can get done in those 10 or 15 minutes, and totaling an hour of work, but focused work. And then, the idea is the 80-20, that 80% of the time we should be doing stuff that's income based, and we tend to do the distracting stuff and other things. So it brings the accountability, brings you back to focus. And so that just holds really well with this Dream Oil. When I watched the Monday morning thing, whatever her name was, Alyssa something or other, she said, just go in your virtual office, look at your organization, and then click the tab above of ones you've personally enrolled, because that's what's going to count for the Dream Oil points right now. And I'm like, oh, wow, I actually do have more than I thought. Not all of them. And then I thought, okay, who's on ER that I can help rank up? Who's not on ER that I can help get on ER? Focus your attention on those. Those are the ones that are more likely to grow and build. But because I watched Power Hour Monday morning thing, I was able to implement that into my Power Hour. And of course, you can do these alone, but what's fun is a Power Hour alone. So, but yeah, I used it to focus on the Dream Oil goals. So grab a buddy.
All right. So
Right,
Karen
there you
and
go.
Sabrina, you guys kind of hopped in like halfway in. So we went over just the Dream 1000 qualifications, and everyone has shared what their goal was. Most everybody is trying to get at least the 40 oils. We got that year's worth of Ninja on the line as well, if you're in the top 750. So I don't know if you guys want to share like what your goal was, and or Anthony had just asked the question of anyone that's still on, what barriers or challenges do you have from reaching your goal that maybe some of us can help you with?
Hey guys, this is Karen. I'm in a very dark place, so I mean not figuratively, but literally. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm like I don't know. Anyway, um, oh goodness. So thanks again for talking about this, because it's awesome. Why wouldn't you want to try and get out there and get what they're offering for free? Right? And not only just that, but you're also going to earn some income with it too. So that's kind of cool. Who wouldn't love a year's worth of Ninja? Like, that would be awesome. I think that's a little bit unrealistic at knowing the time frame and stuff for me. So definitely reaching for the 40 oils kit, which would be amazing. That is definitely my goal. And then the other thing too is I really, right now, my focus is to help other people reach their goals, right? Like, because I just got a lot of movement going on right now, which is awesome, and new people doing new things. Well, actually, old people doing new things. Go figure. So that is, and I just think it's awesome, and I'm very, very grateful for everybody who's taking an effort, and the team that's moving forward is definitely going to succeed. Right. So that is definitely my goal. And I'm just going to go ahead and reach out and start tackling some of the barriers right now. Barriers for me is not, is time. I just learned today that we will be having my mother-in-law come stay with us and I don't know how long. So that is just like what's going on? So if my mother-in-law ever sees this, I love you, but it's like, so just that, I don't know if anybody was on it, but I am a working mama, right? And I know a lot of people are. I got a new job as of April, and I work anywhere from currently now 50 to 60 hours a week. and that is not including my commute time. So that's kind of like a struggle for me right now, especially when I've got, a kid and now my husband. But the push right now for me is also my husband will be starting school in January, so now he has some free time to help with the kid, right? So I think that's one of the biggest things for me as the barriers is time. And let me just preface it with this. I already have 2 meetings a month that I host, and I have people over at my house, right? So I already have 2 meetings a month right there. And then I'm also thinking about adding another one, and I do vendor events. I do at least 1 2-day vendor event every single month. And last month I did 2 2-day vendor events. And that was just actually to help my downline. So those are the things that I'm kind of struggling with. Those are the things that I'm struggling with. And here's the thing. I think what it comes with the time, it's also making it be a fruitful time, if that makes sense. So yeah, I can sit here and I can have 2 meetings every single month at my house, but if the same people are coming and they're not bringing new people and they're not ordering different products, is it really being effective? So those are my things. Those are my barriers. Thanks for listening. Got any suggestions? I'd love to hear them.
So I remember in the Monday morning wake up, one of the things that I actually did a presentation on this.
Time out. Boop, boop. What is the Monday morning wake up?
The Dose of Valor,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that name. I didn't know the other one. Okay.
Yeah, everybody uses different names for it. I don't know whose name I'm using, but the Daily Dose. I think
seriously need to get a hashtag.
Called it the Monday morning.
Go back and find this.
Wake up, and I think that Ben Riley calls it the Monday Dose of Valor or whatever. So one of the things that she was mentioning in it that was very clear, and I have a presentation that I put together, and I have the actual picture and the quote that growth without duplication is just future failure. And so the time has to be done with duplication and leverage. The more that we can leverage, the better our time can be spent. So leveraging our tools, such as never answering a question more than once, having a tool that answers that, making sure that we get people engaged in our Healthy Habits Facebook group, making sure that people are Vital 180 is life, making sure that they're training themselves as much as possible, making sure the wellness console is filled out in the beginning so that, yes, we're checking in with them for the first 3 months, but they do have a plan laid out on paper, making sure that we are collaborating as much as possible cross-line. Like, she said 8 to 10 classes. I was like, what? Are you insane? That's impossible. But no, I don't need to do 8 to 10 classes. I need to do 4. And I need to find where I can plug in to make 8 to 10 classes happen. That's the way. One of the things that she stressed over and over again in that is that she is not the rock star, right? She signs up 1 to 2 people a month, but she's able to duplicate. She was able to get someone in another state duplicating her. She is a person that is a master of finding rock stars. And so we have to use the keys of network marketing, which is duplication and leverage. Duplication and leverage. The more that we can duplicate and the more that we can leverage, the more valuable our time will be. And I'm still working on it myself, but that's what we got to learn to do.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for sharing that. And don't be the rock star, find the rock star. Gotcha.
And then lastly, I just want to add before we get ready to talk about events and close out is know your team, know the people that you're working with, know their personalities, because Karen, I know you very well to a certain extent, and you're blue and you're the party person. Like, you love being around people, but you may have people on your team who do not like to come out and be around people. So with those individuals, maybe to help them to produce and to come to certain events, like, they have to be encouraged to say that maybe, okay, I'm having something small, so that they don't feel overwhelmed. And knowing that if you have people that like to be the life of the party, they love to be around people, well, that's when you invite them to the big events as well. So I feel like as you continue to develop relationships, that's very important as well, but getting to know your team and knowing that the kinds of individuals that make up your team will help you kind of target how you need to interact with them, as opposed to blanketing and treating everybody the same. Because different personalities will respond differently to different types of events, different types of social gatherings, education. Some might like to learn online and maybe more inclined to share if something that you posted maybe on social media, whereas some might be more inclined to attend an in-person class, but we have to know their personality to know that. So that questionnaire that we had, that Tashina and I had circulating around a couple months ago, that is a great way to get that information, because one of the questions it asks them is, how do you like to receive information? Do you like to get a text message? Do you like an in-person class? Are you on social media? What are some of your health goals? So that we can get to know those people and kind of tailor their needs better. Does that make sense? Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. Was that helpful? Okay, cool. Alrighty. So it is 9:24, and to guard everyone's time, we need to move on to events. So now would be the time, if you guys have any events that are coming up, let's go ahead and promote them. Month's ending, guys, or ladies, I should say, because I'm the only guy here. So feel free. Go ahead, Tashina.
So Tuesday, I have my monthly Facebook class in Spanish. So that is always open to everyone on the team. So if you have any Spanish speakers, there's really a lot of people on the Happy Oiler Families team that at least has family members that speak Spanish. So that's what it's for. It's a supplements class. Had a lot of Crossline people last week join my English version of this class. They were super grateful because they're like, no one ever talks about supplements. And I personally learned a lot when I go through the details and find out, oh my goodness, like this is good for hormones too. Like I always learn a lot. So of course that class that I did is still available. If anyone needs it, I can forward it to them. But again, that's leverage for everyone on the team. When somebody's asking about supplements and they have a question, you know, these classes, they're recorded and available usually on YouTube, again, for you to leverage and answer a question with them. So that one is in Spanish. And then May 4th on Saturday in Pontiac, if you have anyone that's in northern Oakland County, is an Intro to Young Living class in a public location. It's on M59 Sprout Fresh Food Store at 3:30. So Intro to Young Living class, the place can fit. It's an organic, urban, nonprofit organization that I just signed up. So, but it's a public place open to everyone. And again, you can send people to our classes anytime, even if you can't show up. It can be one of your classes that you promote. And then May 7th in Birmingham at the Bond Cook headquarters, collaborating with Crossline Silvers there to do a cooking with oils class. So that needs to be paid for by the end of this month. If you're interested in it, you get a glass of wine and a meal, and there will be vegan options available for that. And then in Dearborn, for our individuals that live in Wayne County or even Northern Ohio, May 10th is our monthly Dearborn class at the Big B on Ford Road. And that is a Got My Oils Now What class. So how to get the best use out of oils in your kit and where to go after the kit. So that takes us through our next couple of months. We're trying to get back to getting our monthly spa parties. However, I don't have a location yet. So I'm still trying to work with people in the Pontiac Chamber or Waterford Chamber to try to find somewhere to have it. But if I can get a location locked down within the next week, then that will be May 19th. But Dana and I also are doing at least one vendor event a month as well. So I'm pretty sure I have 8 things on my calendar, and I haven't booked all my one-on-ones yet for May, because definitely, again, I got to do more in order to get momentum going, just like everybody else. Melissa, I can send a copy of that as well. It's in a Google Doc form. That's another thing that corporate suggested that I do, because there's a Roy Crown Diamond that has done it from the beginning, and she has a really high ER rate. And he thought that was the key to her success, is the fact that she gives people the information that they want in the way that they want. So I created a copy of that. I think I may have only sent it to like the senior stars and above on the team, but I can get that to you as well.
Okay, cool. All right, does anyone have anything else that they would like to promote for their area, or whether it's online?
Mimi. Just really quick, hey, this is Karen again. Just wanted to let you guys know that beginning, and this Friday, the first Friday of the month, we're going to be at the Big B, so it's open to public, and each topic is going to build upon, each topic's going to be different. So this one is detoxing your home. The next one's going to be intro to young living. The next one's going to be ninja. And then the next one is going to be back to school type like thing. So yeah, that's 5 months. So yes, 4 or 5 months. I don't know. So the first Friday of the month, Big B in Heartland, 7 p.m. And it's either going to be myself or Marlene teaching them those classes.
Okay, hey Karen, do you have online invites or invitations on Facebook set up for that?
I certainly will.
I just was curious.
I don't currently, but I will. Somebody just asked me that for yesterday, so.
Okay.
Once I do, I can send it to you. Do you want me to do that?
Or just post it in the group.
Okay.
All right. Did we miss anyone? Did everyone get a chance to promote their events?
I have events. I
Hey,
will
Curry.
go to U.S. events coming up in May 4th. Be with me is when I fly. So Cinco de Mayo, we're having our first party in Des Moines, Iowa. We're going to do detox your house, detox your life. And then we got the next weekend, we could do oils of scripture. And the weekend of the 18th, and May 7th and 8th, they're going to be in Omaha, Council Bluffs. If anybody knows anybody over there, send them my way. Then I'm going to be doing Storm Lake, Iowa, and then I'll be in Minnesota, the 23rd to the 26th, and a few things in between. So, Omaha, Nebraska, Minnesota, Des Moines, Iowa. You know anybody? I'll be there.
Tashina, you were muted. Say that one more time.
Carrie, definitely shoot a message to Kelly to see if there's any way that she can maybe support you guys on the weekend ones that you have.
Okay, cool.
All righty. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's call. Thank you guys for being on. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing some of your obstacles. Hopefully we were able to help and continue to press forward. It's going to be a lot of fun, and people are going to really be able to grow over the next few months from doing the Dream 1000. So keep pressing on. Everybody's close. Keep pressing on. You'll get there. And we'll close it out, and we'll see everybody on next week's call. See you later.